that is the name and the number of the Spanish corporation, which is disguised as the Spanish government. Corporations are like
Yeah, I know.
trust. So they have. This is who you are negotiating with, because everything is negotiation. Why is everything is negotiation? Because let me go back. I don't want to mess you up in your brains.
It's happened already.
Okay, let's just make an example. I want to buy a property. In my example, I want to buy a property. You have the property. I don't want the Spanish government involved, and I don't want to waive any rights, any of the rights over my property to administer the property as I see fit to any corporation that is not in my contract. So how do I do that? How do I establish the jurisdiction so I can administer my property as I wish and regulated by the terms and conditions in the contract? Well, the first rule is both parties, they have to sign the contract not using to have any authority, to establish authority and jurisdiction over your contract and your property. You cannot use somebody else's ID. The NIE from UK, Spain, anywhere, it doesn't belong to you. The authority is the Spanish government or Spanish corporation in this case. They created a constitution, terms of relations, millions of codes and directives and etc. And that's why they call themselves and that they have authority, because they authored this creation. So, first rule, if you want to get the jurisdiction out of the reach of the corporations, is not use your ID from either Spain, France, England, whatever. It doesn't matter. So how do you do it? Okay, there are a couple of options. Before we get to that, so you're willing to sell me your property with a private contract, two contracts, one normal sell-buy contract, and another one attached to that one that you will waive all your rights to the property to me forever. That is, so I will have the rights to use the property for perpetuity, forever. So I have the contract with the buying contract and the rights to use the property as forever, as I see fit. So if no one is using the NIE, then that contract has to be framed in some legal frame, and that is not the Spanish civil law, because neither or English, or it doesn't matter if no one is using any ID from any different corporations, it doesn't matter which one, France, Pakistan, then immediately the jurisdiction goes up to international private law. And so if the jurisdiction, if that private contract is private law, the contract that no one is using IDs is going to go up in the jurisdiction to international private law. One option to use an ID that is recognized internationally is to buy a patent, for example. That's what I did. I buy a patent with a sequence number, a unique sequence number, serial number, and I am the administrator of that patent. I bought it.
You buy a patent?
Yeah, you buy a patent. You buy it.
You buy what?
A patent. It's a literary. It's a patent of. I'll show you later. But anyway, that patent is signed. It's registered in the Spanish patent agency. I don't know what's the name of that, but
Patent office would be.
Patent office probably, which is recognized in all Europe, which means you basically created a company which is recognized in the entire Europe, in the entire European Union, because you register the patent. The patent is registered in Spain.
So it's like having your own corporation.
So you are what?
So it's like having your own corporation.
Yes, you are basically you just create a corporation and you are the CEO of that corporation, and that is, and you are the beneficiary and the general executor of that account. It's basically you just bought a new DNI, new NIE, which doesn't belong to the Spanish government, with a number, with a unique number, which allows you to interact all around Europe with other corporations.
No reference to the NIE?
No, not at all.
Patent takes its place.
Patent takes the place of the NIE. Both parties buy the patent, 70 euros. It costs 70 euros, cost me 70. Both parties, instead of the NIE, use the patent number in the contract.
What are you patenting? Are you patenting yourself?
No. You buy the patent is a literary so
you just go in and asking for a patent number.
they give you with the patent. It comes with a unique ID number.
Patenting a thing.
No. The patent is already written. It's a document. It's like a work of art, which has been with somebody.
Already registered with a number.
Well, already registered with a number, but once you get it, once you buy the rights to use it, you buy the right to use the patent, and it comes with a unique number.
So does it sound like you're buying a
Where
company
do we
off
get
the
the
shelf?
shelf?
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
In English terms. Yeah, like a trust.
Yeah,
I remember my dad telling me about this so many years ago.
exactly. That is your commercial ID, and so that's what that's going to go in the contract. So when both parties have signed this contract, jurisdiction goes instantly to international private law. Yes.
Both parties, you mean like the
Both parties that are signing the seller and the buyer.
So the scenario is you're buying a house.
I'm in the scenario where I'm buying the property from him. I'm the buyer, he's the seller. But we're not using DNIs or NIEs. We bought this patent first, both of us, and we're putting the numbers of the patent, our names, and the numbers of the patent instead of the NIE.
So it's like a private.
Relates to the property.
No, the patent is yours.
The patent, no, you are the CEO of the patent. Is just your company basically.
Okay.
Your company my company is buying the
I think
property.
what it is, because a patent normally sort of says, right, I've designed this label, that patent is mine. That's what people understand.
Yeah.
You're not
So,
creating
yeah.
any. You're not creating any patent.
Buying an already created patent.
Right.
Yes,
But-
exactly.
but
You're buying the rights to use that.
Yeah,
Now
but if you
it's
buy
going to be
the
a company
rights,
off the
if
shelf,
I
really.
buy the rights of a patent, for example,
yeah.
a patent,
Yeah.
right, and this patent happens to be that, am I limited to the circumference of that?
Yes.
Because it's like,
what-
if you go self-employed and you say that you're a electrician, then
Yeah.
you can't do carpentry work or something.
No,
you know,
not at all. No,
so
not
it's
at all.
outside
No.
whatever you're buying.
When I signed my previous job, I was driving around Spain representing some international company here, and I used that account number from the patent. That company.
Hi guys, pull up a couple of chairs. Make some
Instead
room
of
for
using
Henna.
my NIE, my DNI,
I'm Richard.
Take this one.
this is my.
You should be standing.
This is the number of my
your commercial ID. and all
my
that.
commercial ID number. My company.
Yeah.
I create
Okay, let
the
these
patent.
guys sit down, please.
Is a company basically. Let's just call it company. It's a patent with a number, unique number, but it's a company. You buy
And you get this card to follow.
and yes, you get the rights to use it. I just customize the patent with my face. I put my face on it, so it's clear.
Oh, you create.
That's my corporation.
So
That's
you just created that card?
Just pass it on.
Take a picture. Take a
So
picture.
Leo, you just created that card yourself.
Yeah, yes. I did, yeah.
You created it.
No, that just
I created, yeah. I did.
Okay.
Leo, I presume when you this property purchase, you do it in front of a witness. You have a witness there. You don't go to
When you sign, you need at least 2 witnesses. This contract, you need 2 witnesses, at least 2 witnesses. Yes.
you wouldn't go to a notary.
No. This is a private contract with terms and conditions, and if necessary, a non-disclosure agreement inside, privacy policy, everything there. Also, you can establish where, if there's a disagreement between the parties, you can establish with a clause where you want the disagreement to be dealt with, in a special, either in a Spanish court of law or international court of law, or if you want your matter to be judged in international court of law, it's usually 350,000 euros to open the court outside of the Spanish government. Anyway, when